great privilege to be a part of this program, and a bit of thing comes to my mind before my talk gets set up. So in 2004, possibly my first major conference after joining as an assistant professor at IIT Kanpur. It was an Indo-US conference. Possibly you were a student at that time, and Professor Sharma was leading the program. Professor Amitabh Ghosh was the national coordinator, and my other mentor, Professor Manu, was also present. And that was the first time I saw Professor Sharma with all his scientific and other things being spread over in such a high-level meeting. Before that, I had witnessed his lecture and all, but that was the first time. And at that time, from then till now, I think he has remained a role model, and he will continue to be a role model for people like us and across the generations. And I would not tell much more because my time is a bit short. So I have written some four lines something about Professor Sharma, and I take this opportunity to just read it out. Your thoughts have shaped the way I see. A mentor, guide you have been to me. With deepest respect, I celebrate today. Professor Sharma, you light my way. And at that time, it was a challenge to get the test result done in a reasonable time, leaving apart the cost and other factors. So we wanted to democratize the technology with the help of RT-PCR simplified, a nucleic acid test, but it doesn't undergo the cyclic heating and cooling. It passes through a sequence of isothermal steps. The lamp, which is a well-known technology, can do it in principle, but so far we did not have a device as a technology which would generically do it depending on the time-stamped temperature environment. So we developed this technology called as piecewise isothermal nucleic acid testing, or PNAT, and applied it to COVID, and we were happy to see that it was certified by ICMR and also US patented. But after the COVID era, as per the advisory of ICMR, we are doing it now for TB diagnostics, and the basic screening is now working quite well, and we are working now on the multiple drug resistant TB diagnostics. So that's a separate discussion altogether. But I also wanted to give another example, because the entire story, if you cut it short, is like bringing in democratized diagnostics. So if you see the RT-PCR test for COVID, you see that nasal or oral swab, or oropharyngeal, nasopharyngeal swab being collected. And it's not that easy to do, and with a little bit of error in the sample collection, the result might go completely wrong. So what we try to do is to make it useful for throughout the year flu type of that thing that spreads. For children, if you want to do the this detection, we try to advance a saline gargle based sample collection. It's not that sensitive and specific as it should be, but we try to advance the process. Now I know that time is running out. Chandra is staring at me, so and therefore I will sort of get into somehow the slide is afraid, it is not moving. So now finally, so we had TRIPS-based tests, but all these required a device. But I always thought, carrying a glucometer in your pocket or hemoglobin meter, whatever name you call, in your pocket is not so good. So many people I see that throughout the day they have to monitor their blood sugar and all to get the insulin and other things. So I thought that why not we have a street-based test which doesn't require a device, only smartphone and street. The challenge is every smartphone has a different characteristic, every user is erratic, and the background can be anything. So we try to develop an algorithm using AI and other aspects of signal processing to neutralize this and bring a mobile phone agnostic technology. And this technology we transferred to a startup Smart QR, who were incubated at IIT Kharagpur, a Pune-based company, and I'm happy to say that they have brought the product into the market. The CMO QR is there in the market, and another technology, because of the interest of time, will not go through this, but it's a very important technology for women. That women can self-collect the vaginal swab, put it on the paper strip, and make a very accurate pH detection. Alongside that, with symptoms which are analyzed through AI, it is possible to have a complete sort of in private, smartphone app-based recommendation, which is very important, at locations where you do not get qualified doctors to take care of this. We also worked out on a few. Sorry. Oh my God. It doesn't move. क्या हो रहा है? Doesn't want me to present anymore. I have only two slides. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe the one before. So similar thing we wanted to do for oral cancer screening, exactly in the same way that you don't have any such big technology, a simple torch-like thing which takes the thermal image, converts it to a blood perfusion image, and from that you can detect certain levels of malignancy. So I'm not running these movies, but these in short summarize, maybe I will run until in parallel, that what we really try to do. So we try to create an impact which is not confined within labs. And with the help of Dr. Chakraborty Shah, who has been a close collaborator over the years, we are having all these interventions in Sundarbans also right now, where we have a launch, and there we have trained frontline health workers who are running this program. And in the process, it is not just healthcare which is taken care of, their livelihood creation and being a part of a sustainable ecosystem where they form enterprises and get into a bit of rural entrepreneurship. That is all the entire summary that could happen because of this. So all in all, anyway, last slide is not coming, it's an acknowledgement slide, so it has to come. It would help to open it. So all what I wanted to say is that before that slide comes, simply doesn't move. Last slide. So the overall summary that I wanted to say is that from lab to the last mile, this is something which is a bit of a challenge. Not that we could crack all the challenges, but it has given a lesson to move forward. And after joining IIT Kharagpur as a director, I thought that this is an opportunity where some of these things which needed a finish, I could provide through some institutional initiatives. So we applied for a skill development program approval from the government of India for these rural youth. And we got recently the approval, and therefore IIT Kanpur will now be having a course, a formal course of IIT Kanpur, which will train the local rural youth and women, and they will be empowered to use these technologies, and the total ecosystem can be created in that way, where it is not just about technology development, but also empowerment and possibly some kind of transformation which can bring the change in the lives of our common people. Thank you very much. I have the acknowledgement slide here, but I am not reading it out for the sake of time.
Thank you, Professor Suman, for